Yo, we are continuing on from the last video because why not? And we have got more Reddit comments I'm gonna be going through. Hopefully this page worth. We hope to get through this page worth because I'm realizing the more I put out, the more I'm behind, and we're already 3 months behind schedule. So we need to speed up the pace a little bit. Okay, first question. How do I start consistently working out? I am not a gym expert, but I do have some experience. Okay, I pretty good. I pretty good at doing anything else consistently. I wake up at 7 every morning consistently. I read books consistently, and so on and so forth. Does anyone have tips for me? You seem to be doing great, waking up at 7 consistently, giving him compliments, starting off with compliments to make him feel appreciated so that he could read that and smile and just feel happy that he's being complimented for it, he or she. If you want to be consistent with exercising, first you need to understand that you need self-discipline too, and hopefully this person already knows that because they've been consistent with other things in their life and they know that self-discipline plays a role in this. Meaning that you will need to do tasks that you set for yourself regardless of how you feel about it, if it's important to you. And Mike Tyson mentioned self-discipline. How he looks at it is that doing something you hate like you love it. And taking my own meaning from this is to kind of making sure that when you set rules for yourself and when you set a certain goal for yourself, you stick to it regardless of how hard it is or how difficult it is for you to get up and start it or continue it or finish it. Since you are convinced that you can't go to the gym, you can start by exercising at home, doing bodyweight exercises like push-ups, pull-ups, squats, abs, and more. There's so many different stuff you can go into that you can look online. YouTube is a great place to find workouts. Do jogs in your area too. Then you can slowly integrate short sessions in the gym and start off light so that you can be consistent, and then you can build a routine from there. And good luck. And that doing calisthenics back in like 2020, I picked up calisthenics, and that was a great way for me to stay fit and healthy during COVID time. Next question. I'm very out of shape and want to get into exercise. Any tips? Okay, it looks like today we've got exercise tips. We've got the physical specimen, the physical specimen, who is not me. Who is not me. We are like, okay, so I'm very out of shape and want to get back into exercise again. Any tips? There isn't much context as to why you stopped, but you can start off by exercising at home, doing things like squats, lunges, and abs. And you can go for short walks and jogs in your area to get back into it. Then, once you build consistency with that, you can go for short sessions in the gym and similar things to how I said. And I mentioned I've had my own moments, and many other have had it too. There's always going to be ups and downs in training. I hope you can achieve your goals. Definitely, there will always be ups and downs. How to prevent myself from sinning. What do I say here? This is for the Muslims. No, this is the Islam subreddit. For the Muslims, look. Three things that help me a lot with this. What is the sin he is? He doesn't mention a sin. Okay. Remember that the shaitan draws you. There is a shaitan that draws you to sins, and you cannot commit haram. And wait, sorry, I didn't even know what I read. That thing just doesn't exist. Remember, the shaitan is the thing that draws you to sins and wants you to commit haram things. Being alone can be a great source of temptation because of the shaitan. So seek company when you can. For example, if you're on your phone or read in a public area or home with your family to help you if you feel very tempted. I keep messing up my words. Keep busy, because idle time is another way that the shaitan can draw you to commit sins. You can start looking for new hobbies or activities that are fun and or productive to keep you away from having too much idle time. Inshallah, you're able to stay away from that sin, and I hope this helps. And that advice falls to me today, because today I've had my own thing where I had to kind of force myself out of idle time and alone time, because it's just sin, the shaitan, the devil just starts to want to make you commit sins and stuff. How do you guys make friends? The last time I had a friend was when I was 11. What's the best way on how to make friends? I hope this guy isn't 50 or 70. I hope he's 13 when he's writing this, or 12, or 11 and a half. A great way to find people is through online communities or hobbies like sports or games. When talking to people, be open to sharing things about your interests, and also listen to what they have to what they are interested in too. Listen to what they have to say, share what you have to say, and you can build a bond. You may connect with people or not, but when you expose yourself to environments with people, you are more likely to make friends. Yes, if you're looking for friends, put yourself in environments where you can make friends. What makes one religious? That's a beautiful one right here. Practicing Islam, Iman, and Ihsan. For more context about what the Prophet ﷺ said, there's a hadith on it, and if you guys want to see the whole thing, I won't go into it now because it's quite the lengthy post. But here it is for your viewing, or maybe for my viewing in the future when I come back to this video. Okay, honestly, it looks like there's a lot to go over. Okay. How do I get rid of the feeling that I can't do anything right when I logically know it's not true? You delete the post. Congratulations on a great job, wife, and being in great physical shape. I honestly think that you are doing great, and if you feel like you are doing really bad, then take a look around, as there are many in worse positions. Normally, this helps you practice gratitude because you realize things could be worse. One of the best things I learned from Islam was that the Prophet ﷺ, the Prophet Muhammad, mentioned that it's the great way to be grateful is to look at people that have less than you, and it makes you appreciate what you have, because when you constantly look at what the people that are doing better than you, you start to feel frustrated and upset and depressed because you feel like you don't have anything compared to them. However, when you compare yourself to people that have less than you, less opportunity, whether it's physically, financially, socially, you feel very grateful because you feel blessed to be in a position where you have the things that you have, because other people won't be able to have them. And I remember this week I wrote on my notes it was thanks to this guy, this amazing guy, and I'll get his name some other time, but he's a guy from the UK, a black trainer. Not that his race matters, but he's a black trainer who helps people with disabilities get into I wouldn't call it a recovery thing, but he helps them be physically active, whether it's they have like autism or some sort of physical disability. And I just love the stuff he does. It's on TikTok, and he mentioned that let me just put it into my own words and what I kind of how I believe things should be. Why wouldn't I give it my best to help other people when I know other people aren't as blessed as me? Especially when it comes to like, I have the ability to jump high or to run around, and I was in the gym today doing skipping and lifting heavy weights, and I have the ability now to help people. I'm quite the good type of thinker, and I'm quite a charismatic person. Like, so many things that I should be grateful for. Why wouldn't I want to help others? Because other people aren't as blessed. Other people that aren't as blessed as I am. Why can't I help them? Do it for the people who can't. And that's why I kind of left it. That's why I kind of wrote on my notes. Do it for the people who can't, Sami. If that's anything that can motivate you, like, from however bad your day is, if you do it for the people who can't, that will motivate me tenfold. I swear it motivates me tenfold. And I will definitely try to get that guy's TikTok at some point and mention his, give him a shout out. Although here's the problem that you have identified, and I'll leave the rest for you guys to read, or for me to read in the future. Okay. Speaking of looking at people that have less than you, there is also the mistake that you can make of flipping that into thinking that you're better than others, thinking that you're better than everyone when people have less than you, which isn't necessarily the case at all. So. Question is it okay to have an aggressive, competitive attitude? Is outshining and judging others morally okay? I understand this is vague, but I feel like it will have better responses this way. Have a good day. I think that you open the door to more insecurities, envy, and fear with that approach if you use it all of the time. I would replace the word aggressive with assertive because that has less negative connotations. Competitive, yes, but not overboard. Outshining is fine as long as you focus more on your own goals rather than comparing yourself to others consistently. Judging others is good as long as you refrain from being too negative and become condescending to others. You should focus on using using a positive lens when it comes to judging people. I hope this is clear. And probably I shouldn't have put this in the subreddit of the 48 Laws of Power because this goes completely against the agenda of the 48 Laws of Power. And if you're not sure why, we will go over that book insight soon or later. I've already written the insight on that book, and there's probably going to be a few books before we get to that point. But I think, I was in the wrong place. I'm in the wrong room right now, and everyone's looking at me like this. Did this guy just talk about positivity? Everyone get him right now. But yeah, so make sure that talking about my last idea of being grateful when you look at people that have less than you, be aware that you should not twist it to thinking that you're better than them because they have less than you. You're not better than them in that regard. When someone has a physical, mental disability or some sort of financial struggle. Now I will leave that there. Kind of just like I'll wriggled my way around it. Some questions I didn't read them out all the way, but I feel like that's how it's going to be sometimes, and we're going to get used to it. Thank you.